Thank you. Thank you, Sam.
Travis, we're bad at streaming.
So we're bad at streaming. Sorry about having our mic muted, guys.
Also, the desktop audio is also muted.
Oh my god, yeah, let me turn that on too.
So we get those nice tinny brass horns.
And that nice raindrop sounds.
We suck.
Thank you, Sam. Oh, god damn it. That is very funny. That's great. Alright, thank you. Big Dad Sam coming in to save the day.
Good shockers.
Thank you. Bye. I will.
We won't.
Oh, I said I will. Doesn't mean you will. Oh my god, that shit's hella funny. Alright, so last time we left off,
Pantsless warrior.
Pantsless
Absolute
warrior.
alcoholic. I don't want to be this kind of animal anymore. Getting lost in the stacks.
Yep, and then we... Oh god. Mental breakdown, followed by
Several.
reawakening, followed by going downstairs and talking to everybody and then realizing I don't have an identity anymore. Okay, apparently...
Stream's buffering, great.
Why is it buffering? I think that's just YouTube. I'm sending everything just fine.
Fucking YouTubes.
Yeah, let's open widget.
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we're sending excellent packages.
I don't know why it's...
Oh, I mean...
If anyone's in stream, can you comment in the chat and let us know?
No, it is still streaming.
Okay.
I guess that's just Streamlabs.
Okay.
God damn it.
Well, last time we left off, we
yeah.
had a mental breakdown,
Several.
and now we're going to actually inspect the body.
Try to.
Try to, at least.
The corpse looks at you with bulging
Oh,
white
also Travis,
eyes.
you're gonna throw up doing
The
this.
face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like,
visceral.
and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth.
Well, that's disgusting.
You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Oh. God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Let go of your nose without throwing up. Why not? Why not? Why not?
The smell is
I was one away!
pushes
You
in
almost
from
got
your
the
mouth.
you
More
almost got box
instant
covers.
and more
One
familiar
away.
than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing
Gotta
you
let
from
it
within.
out. Gotta let it out.
Gotta let it out! Gotta let it out!
Oh.
You feel a great force ringing from your stomach. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst,
Yeah.
Yeah.
until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person that gets this, but when you're feeling sick and you're gonna be like, the point after throwing up always feels so nice. Because it's like, yes,
A little bit.
the bad is leaving my body.
The evil has left.
The smell of Commodore
The evil
Red
within is now
rises
out.
from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
Bits of shish kebab. Oh, that's funny. Fucking corpse.
Dude, I came this close to throwing up.
Keep it.
Oh, never mind.
lieutenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Thanks.
The hangover is clearly making these worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Ammonia would help. Okay, where do we get ammonia from? You think ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you.
I can't handle the headache.
Yeah, I feel that, man.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Shh. Fuck you, endurance.
Fuck you, brain!
Where do we get ammonia?
There is street nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't,
He points to the greenhouse.
there's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Pretty clever.
Well, go get some fucking ammonia, I guess.
Alright.
You remember the lady, right?
Yeah, I do.
Those are the secrets.
Yeah, those are the feasty doodles.
What do you see?
Hey, friends. Alright. Time to... Let's see if she has any ammonia.
It's raining again.
The young woman looks up at the overladen...
It was clear just an hour ago.
Yeah, Sam. Yeah, I was this close to throwing up too. My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some?
Sure, I'm done with it.
The gardener is the best character in the game.
She's given you
Go easy
literally
on that
like
stuff.
upgrades
It
and
gave me a
necessary
terrible headache.
items to continue your fucking. She is a nice lady.
She is a wholesome being. She deserves
being.
the best. She deserves the best. Alright, now let's inspect the corpse.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below
Let's go
is
again.
entirely
Let's go.
dedicated.
Hold on.
You need to inspect the corpse, Travis.
I need to check if I have any items that make my endurance go up.
Nothing except for drugs, if you had any.
Nah, I ain't taking no drugs.
There he still is.
Let's
looking
try it again.
right.
Double
Ammonia
sixes.
only makes it
Nope, fail
worse.
again.
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once.
Remember, your guy is
The
not
second
some sort of
time,
Giga Chad.
Not so much.
Ugh.
When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
Ugh, God. Twice? Spit and say nothing.
Are you okay, officer?
The weight is reassuring, like a krenel. on
Kim
solid
is also a
fortification.
wholesome friend to me.
Pat, pat,
Kim is
pat.
best friend. He is wholesome being. You
You're
gotta love
facing
him.
tough odds here. It's aggravated further by alcohol withdrawal.
I can't keep it in.
I don't want to be a cop anymore.
This is bullshit. I don't want to be a cop anymore. I don't want to be a cop. Can't you do something else? Do it without me. I just can't keep it down. I can't keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life.
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it.
The vomit?
Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
What? Okay.
Monday, make sure you bring a handkerchief.
Ugh. Do it without
No.
me.
This is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help.
Ugh. He withdraws his hand and looks you in
You
the
need to
eye.
get your shit together.
Okay.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now.
Yeah,
Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another
What
go.
you need to do, Travis,
Hmm.
is you need to go into your thought menu. Remember that you gotta get out of the dialogue. You've unlocked the new thought, volumetric shit compressor.
Your shit is a part, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be
The opposite of that.
together, compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes, do something similar with 2 hemispheres of your brain, talk to people, maybe that will help.
You need to get your shit together.
What the fuck? That's great.
Also, maybe because here's the thing, you can have multiple ideas in your idea space at once. Maybe throw back on the Elysium.
Okay.
Or maybe you could go with the White Morning, the other idea you've unlocked.
Yeah, sure, why not?
You have to use skill points to unlock more thought zones.
Ew.
But, remember, they're perks.
Yeah. But if I take this off...
You have to research it again. Also, to forget it, you need to use a skill point.
Okay.
You don't have any skill points. So would you rather take Elysium or the White Morning?
Well, what do I get for it?
Mm-hmm.
Good morning. I guess we'll do this one because I think it would give me a buff to my to one of my intelligence stats. I assume.
Possibly. Who knows? Yeah, go look around. Talk to people or leave your shit compressed. We've already been over this way.
Yeah, I know.
I think there were other people out front of the whirling in rags to the left.
Yeah, somewhere over here. Let's see what this says first.
This Post Lavantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
Good mailbox.
Fuck you, mailbox.
It's a solid fucking metal mailbox.
There is a hollow,
What do you
sudden
expect to
ring
fucking
as you
happen?
kick the Lavantorie mail collection box.
Don't be mean to the
It
mailbox.
sounds
You
betrayed,
didn't do anything.
in disbelief even. Your toe has suffered damage.
You deserve that.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
I wanted to see if it had anything potentially in it revolving to the case.
You're an idiot. Don't.
The garbage had it!
The lieutenant
Be nice
pats
to the
box
mailbox.
on the
Maybe it
head
would have opened for
ever
you.
so slightly before walking away.
Pat yourself up.
Fucking whole other stream. Be a dick! Be a dick! One time I'm a dick. Don't be a dick!
Be a dick to the drug-addicted child, not the nice mailbox that didn't do anything.
It did something.
It did.
It existed.
Sam. You see me throw up on that body? 2 seconds later, you see me do it again.
Yep. We do like to throw up on the corpse.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves to you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold.
I am
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name?
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organising the stock.
The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something.
Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
And you're standing out here in the cold because...
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
Aw, this is a
A
whole...
sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold.
Such a trooper. help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Communism, communism, communism.
Such a good trooper you are, already valuing the value of hard. Cool. Can I help in some way?
Kind of you to offer, sir.
She doesn't know what else to say.
What could you do to help her anyway?
She's a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
She smiles and stands upright like a little soldier. Of course there aren't schools here, Mickey.
I do my
it
studies
is
at home
after
at
the
the
French
moment.
Revolution.
I have to help Mum
Or
keep
at
this
least
place
modern
running.
post-French Revolution.
It's a shithole. And she's homeschooled. Kind of. Is school more important than this? School is stupid, you're lucky not to be there.
What is school?
School's stupid.
What is this school?
School is stupid, you're lucky not to be there. Nah, that... What is school?
What is school?
Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
School's stupid, you're lucky not to be there.
Mum says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress
I like
and
her.
unease behind these words.
Many good beings.
She's reciting etiquette.
Okay.
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed.
Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders.
Good to hear that it's going well. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about. Cursed in what way?
Cursed in the way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go...
Bankrupt?
Exactly. But we've been doing fine so far.
This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into it. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Lieutenant makes a note in his notebook.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
Oh, board games? Hell yeah. How does this curse manifest itself?
What are its incorporeal forms?
What do you know about the other failed businesses?
Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
How does this curse manifest
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
Kim, the plasmitic manifestation.
No such thing.
EKG news going off the charts.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir?
Stroke my chin. Enough about the curse for now.
Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead.
What's this crime business?
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Okay, I get it. Crime murder gets the people going.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman by myself, by the
You
way.
don't look much like a policeman.
She examines you as if to find something policeman-like. Well, what does a cop look like then? Okay then, maybe I'm not a policeman, or should stop being one. What does a cop look like, child?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
Oh, yeah. She points to a book cover, of which you see a strapping, Vespian police officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. He used to be exactly like that Mullen guy, and I decided to live a little.
Drugs. Oh, so much drugs.
You know, nobody actually looks like that guy in the picture. That's just a super fantasy of a man. It's not your body that's important in police work anyways. It's your point to your head. Wow, look at that guy. Will never be as good as Mullen.
I'll never be cool like my favorite.
Oh,
I'll never be cool like Ichigo from my favorite anime.
oh my god, I'm doing this
Don't
one.
say that. He's not even real. You're real.
That's right, a real
Overshadowed. Overshadowed by a fake man.
Oh.
That's harsh.
Oh. Overshadowed by a fake man. That's harsh.
Cheer up, sir. It's much easier being a fictional character. He doesn't have to deal with real things.
I like you.
Maybe you can show me some real deductive police work, sir. Like in the books.
Okay.
Wait. I want you to look at that check. Look at all those things that add up on it.
Anxious body language. Saw she's cold. Afraid of the curse. I may retry this white check.
But you should always remember, maybe if you keep talking to her.
Maybe I'll get more.
It's
Exactly.
the type of book
What
where
is
there's a
romance?
rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man.
She smiles, though perhaps imaging herself in that
Or
situation.
there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about a poor man getting a rich lady?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end.
What about when both men are bad?
These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that.
What if it's written really well?
Maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting.
Yes, I agree with you, Annette. What about when everyone is poor? For what, Ron? Deduce her entire life! Yes, Sam, I will! I will! I'll deduce everything! But what about when everyone is
That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Yeah, poor people are boring. Sometimes you have to write about real life things.
Not in romance books, sir. These are about nice and pretty people, and everyone is happy in the end.
Oh. Oh. That's... Whew. Okay. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup?
Oh no, your inner sadness is showing.
I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though.
She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge into a torrential spiral of pain and recrimination. Only it's really long, drawn out.
Scarred for
Scarred
life.
for life, phantom limb.
Writing in this fucking game is pain.
No, I don't know.
She looks at you with puzzlement. Doesn't ring a bell? Alright, I'll ask
Yes,
your mom.
She knows books, definitely.
What was that? An idea for an unfinished novel stuck somewhere in your forebrain?
He's thought about this a lot.
Biography.
A biography.
Autobiography.
Yes!
You clearly have issues you need to address.
Maybe some about other books?
No.
What about famous people?
Kings and queens and generals of old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them.
She scratches her cold reddened cheek, then continues.
I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Reading them doesn't make the reader famous, does it?
But it does make the famous people more famous.
She smiles gleefully. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Famous for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dorks.
Accurate.
Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someday someone will write a book about me.
Why would they do that, sir?
Because I'll be a super cop. And the paper, and the papers and everything. That'll show them. Why indeed? I'm just an old, tired cop. What use am I? Nah, I'm going for this one.
That's so cool. Maybe they'll make you a book cover picture and everything.
Yeah!
Dead body, holding a gun.
Yeah!
This is awesome.
Hey, look.
Should be a book of you. Let's go. Now, if I get snake eyes, I'm going to be very upset.
The girl keeps her hands folded.
I saw that one.
Why is that?
Hey, why do you keep your hands folded?
What do you mean, sir?
She looks wary.
She knows where this is going.
You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. You can show them to me. Actually, I'd rather not deduce anything. Every time I deduce, people get hurt. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help.
She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals.
You heard me? Hands up.
No.
It's okay.
Be nice.
She brings out her reddened hands, her nails frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! Oh!
And you
But
knew
your
this from me
nails?
keeping my hands folded?
She shoots you a suspicious glance.
There are a few other hints.
There were a few other hints. It's super simple for a detective such as myself. There were a few other hints.
Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that.
Her eyes flash with defiance. She's not impressed. Want more? Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in mind. You think so? Fine, do better. To do something about me.
Fuck you, child. You think you're so smart?
Want more? Bet you I can figure out some more why you bite your nails.
She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic.
Yeah. You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you. Rats have been nibbling at your fingers. Child labor is in dismal working conditions. Chewed off nails means you're recycling body material.
No.
It's an intense dedication to the way of business. There are no riches without a personal sacrifice. It's one.
Yeah, it's one.
Yeah.
But Sam's like, every time I deduce people, they get hurt. What? Do you beat them up because they get jealous of how smarter you are?
Well, we're the police officer, and we got to write the report on the incident. So if it just says they attacked me, they attacked me. Hey, who knows?
Hey, it's almost like cops in this country have way too much power.
Hey, who fucking knows? It's just me, Tony.
He had a gun.
Yeah,
No, we couldn't find it.
he had a gun. Who fucking knows what happened to it? Maybe it fell in the water. Who fucking knows?
Rolled down a storm drain. You were in a field. Shut up!
It fell in the shit. Who fucking knows? I ain't going through shit.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada boom, hey, take your cannoli.
We're fucking racists.
Yes. You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you.
Maybe so, sir. Okay, I know it's a bad habit, and I shouldn't.
Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town.
It was okay, sir.
She's still got a rebellious streak.
There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same.
That was a masterclass move. Whatever, kid. I don't need to prove myself to you. You think so? Fine. Do better to do something about me, then.
You're quite sober.
She snaps back quickly.
The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He is intensely not flinching. It takes effort.
I'm also sad.
Wait. How do you know I'm usually not?
Because you usually aren't.
I'm also sad and my head hurts. And I'm having a grand time!
I mean, your guy is pretty fucking sad, and I'm pretty sure your head does hurt. You probably have one hell of a hangover from a, week-long binge on drugs and Commodore Red?
Yeah. I'm also sad and my head hurts.
I'm sorry, sir. I hope things get better soon.
She looks you in the eye, gleam of sympathy on her face.
There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar, somehow.
You can stop calling me sir. I am but a working man.
No, sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it.
Sam's
It's
like,
already tiring enough to
I
remember
imagine
to
you're
say it
still
all the time.
talking to this
It's
girl,
nice of you
then
to say I can
beat her
stop,
up for
though.
mocking your deduction skill, and do the racy talk with your partner at the top of your lungs.
Oh my god. Sam, that's great. God damn it.
Sam, by the way, I'm not the partner. I'm nowhere near cool enough to be fucking Kim.
Yeah, Kim is by far the coolest dude. He is the broest of bros. Oh man. No, sir, I couldn't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though. I get it. I, for example, can't stop making this face. Point at your face.
I mean, you physically can't stop making that face. It's true.
Okay, yeah, the next person comes. You'd have to sir or man them again. Sir it is, then soldier on. Imagine... I get it. I get you. I, for example, can't stop making this face.
That's a friendly enough face, most of the time.
Ah, I didn't get a bonus for it.
Roll the bones.
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
You have absolutely no idea. Familiar? How? You must have forgotten something you
Maybe you
heard
should check the
again.
bones.
Okay, see you around.
Maybe you need to change your pants in front of this chat. Oh wait, you had a thought flip. No.
Volumetria. Ship compressor.
Yeah, your thought flip is finished.
Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
So, Travis, how's the shit singularity?
It's either going to collapse into a black hole of shit, or it's going to supernova into a shit-splosion.
Good.
All endurance white checks unlocked, learning cap for endurance raised to 4.
It's a small perk, but it's a nice perk.
Okay. Let's see, is anything lowering my... What did I need for her?
It was one of your... It was suggestion, yeah. Take off your shirt.
put on my wife beater instead.
Yeah, you don't want to be shirtless in front of a tiny child.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
A police officer's
Oh.
shit has been observed.
I need to put another point in suggestion to try that again. Even if I take
Should have
it
taken
off.
the shirt off first, then.
Damn it, yeah.
Put the conceptualization.
-1 suggestion. Damn.
Alright, wait. You can go check out the bottom. You got your fucking shit compressed.
Okay, it's probably gonna say 3% again, or it's
No.
gonna say like 50, right?
2% chance.
2%.
2%
There
thicker
he
than-
still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below
Oh.
is entirely
Your
dedicated
shit is
to
compressed.
that cold
72% chance.
Emitting it is all it does now.
A police officer's shit has been observed. I have grown bigger appreciation for this game now, Sam.
Yes.
It's a great game. I like it. If I fail this, I will be immensely saddened.
Sadness! Imprisoning me! All the Traversees!
The
Absolute
corpse laughs
horror!
at you, pus dripping from its mouth.
That really
You will
sucks!
never be able to hold it in. It's always too much.
Every time it happens, it gets worse.
There's
and
gonna be an
worse.
ocean
There's
of
nothing
vomit
to throw
underneath
up
this
now.
fucking
All
corpse.
that's
We're gonna
left
fucking
is crying
goulash
and
it just to walk up to
convulsing
it.
dryly at the same time.
What the fuck? Even though I got my shit compressed,
Just
how is this possible?
Just
I'm at a loss as well. I could swear your shit was together, detective.
Kim, I know! What is this bullshit?
just cry.
Sometimes even that is not enough. Life is unfair.
What do I do now?
Officer, you just need to be stronger. Learn to keep it in long enough for us to work. There's nothing else to do.
Relax. It's okay if you don't make
Go
it today.
hunt for a level
The
up!
corpse isn't going anywhere.
Fucking Christ, dude. Are you fucking joking?
Dude, it's a rank corpse that has been stuck in the freezing rain for an entire week. It literally smells like death. It quite literally smells like death.
How do I fail on that kind of a check, though?
Math!
Fuck you and fuck math. Math is stupid. I hate it.
You're just upset because you're bad. You can't fucking do your percentiles.
Hey, don't fucking get me in D&D. I'll fucking murder you with math. By bullshit. Alright, let's see what this lady has to say.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
The clerk extends a greeting.
Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber.
A curious pendant you are wearing. Narrow your eyes mysteriously. Before we go on, you seem to be well off enough. Can you give me some money? I feel like there won't be a moment task later.
Just give me money, give me money, give me money,
A
give me
curious pendant you're wearing. Narrow eyes mysterious.
Oh yes, helps to have an anchor in these times.
She clutches the pendant and narrows her eyes as well. So, you are the owner of
I
this.
am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Your voice is high-pitched as if to give it more penetration. The girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette?
She
I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is thriving, sir.
Doesn't feel like it's thriving. Feels ghostly.
Feels ghostly. Your daughter is the one standing outside the store, right?
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, Was she at her post, doing her job like a proper girl?
Doesn't matter. Now tell me something else. No, she was definitely slacking off.
Yes.
Yes, of course she was at her
Wonderful.
post.
Did you talk to her?
Yes.
Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her?
Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store.
Huh.
I hate that in like professional scenarios where it's like, yes, grade this human being.
I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that.
Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. I expect an answer.
Fuck you then, 10.
My
Fuck you, give her a cookie.
Her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
Honestly, I do too. She's a wholesome little being.
But also, like, fuck you.
Yeah,
Give her a cookie. Give her 2
Yeah.
cookies.
Give her 3 cookies! And give her 4 Oreos. Because those technically aren't cookies.
They're tiny bullshit sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. Double stuff only.
Triples.
Hell yeah. Give
Ta-
that
take
bitch
that-
some
take-
Oreo
Take 2 double
pancakes.
stuffs, twist them apart, put them together, quadruples.
Oh. Whew.
You see, this is how we get Sam to come back.
Ugh.
Talk about Oreos.
All about Oreos. The way you're handling strikes me as wrong. And that is quite the tripper. She's a great value add. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. I guess she's a trooper, alright. She looks like she can take it, but in actuality, it's actually wearing her down. You know she's been biting her nails.
Give her a break, give her a cookie.
God. I've told her not to do that. It's such a disgusting habit. She'll get over it. Anxiety is a part of life.
You're a terrible person. I hate you.
Part of hers, too, clearly.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks.
You should be giving
Life-
your child
life-
a break.
Exact-
What?
God, life isn't easy. Life doesn't give breaks. You can, though!
Yeah, you can give a break to your fucking child. You fucking animal.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
What you're doing is wrong. Even I know that, and usually I don't know anything. That is true, and obviously the will of the market, but maybe make an exception for your daughter? Yeah, actually it's super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything.
Nah, give this bitch both barrels.
I like all 3 of these answers a lot.
Well, I mean, the real option is... The options here are keep giving her the business, fucking supplant yourself to capitalism, or fuck off. This bitch isn't gonna listen.
What you're doing is wrong, even I...
I
Usually I don't know anything.
I'm an amnesiac. I have brain damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna
She
go.
stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. This is a person coming to terms with a new reality, one where they are wrong. It's not easy.
Whew!
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologise. She must be freezing out there.
We did good.
Okay.
We did good in
There.
the world.
I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
You're like Annette to your husband and your mother.
Nah, just give her the nod.
Yes.
She's trying to do that.
Sometimes it's better to let people come to these conclusions themselves.
This is this husband Annette's father?
Yes. My husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne? What's that? Your husband's also involved with the bookstore? Wait, Grand Couronne?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects.
I don't like massive housing projects. This already sounds bad to me.
Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
No. This is how you get to Detroit.
No. You go there first, and you get one apartment. Then you break the walls to the left and the right of you, and you get a super apartment.
No, Mickey. You get a single apartment, and then you
break
go
out
to the apartment across from you and break down all of the walls and steal all of the copper wiring and piping.
I mean, that is actually a problem in the game, remember? In the game, bro?
Yeah.
Copper. No, you break the walls to the left and the right, and you get a super apartment. Then you build a ladder out of those walls, and you break the floor. And you build an apartment below it.
And then you have a single duplex to yourself.
Yeah.
A super duplex.
That's what I call manifest destiny.
God damn it. And your husband's also...
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Yeah, I feel that.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Why not?
We're quite busy people, you know, my husband and I. Quite busy. Children are a lot of work. You don't look like a father, so I don't expect you to understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure you do understand.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Yeah, I don't think the store is going to really take off. I feel like it's going to keep going down, unfortunately.
It's very GME stockish.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of businesses die in my life, specifically all of the ones that have tried to set up at the corner. You know, the one...
Yes, I know exactly the place you're talking about.
There was a Cold Stone there, then an AT&T store.
And then, like, 7 other things.
God, yeah. There were 7 other different things. There was a mortgage place there for a little bit. Then another mortgage place.
Then a third mortgage.
No. Then it was a. God, it was like a.
It was something. It doesn't matter.
It was something having to do with real estate.
Back to the game.
Back to the game. All right, I had something else.
The woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally, she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
What if I want to buy it?
Then why are you talking to me? Everything is on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? See those shelves there? Go. Be drawn. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books.
Huh. Do you even know what books you have for sale?
Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories.
Wait, should a storekeeper know about her wares? Where do you learn about the important things then?
What? She's bad at business.
Alright, I'll see you later, Sam. Thank you for stopping by.
Bye.
I will enjoy deducing all of the things. Shouldn't a storekeeper know about her wares?
Deducing,
I provide a
deducing
valuable
child
service.
abuse, compression.
As long as
shit.
people buy
That's what
books,
we do.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
She wiggles her bony fingers at you. Where do you learn about the important things?
The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand.
Okay, you just wanted to have a business to yourself.
Matthew, that pun is terrible. Go into the bad idiot corner for 5 minutes.
God damn it, Matthew. That's pretty funny. I like that.
Go into the bad idiot corner. 5
I like
minutes.
that. He might not like it. I like
6
it.
minutes.
Alright, I'll take a look then.
She smiles and nods, seemingly relieved.
Farewell for now, book peddler.
And off we go. In the search of...
I need to talk to the child.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
Aw.
Just can't win.
Aw.
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
I helped her! I can ask! I'm gonna try it. Wait, hold on. What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really.
Oh,
They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess.
I feel for this child so
Oh,
greatly.
I found something while you were away.
Oh, what
I
is
thought
it?
this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gave me a hat!
She gave you a fedora.
It's a fedora, a detective hat. Wait, where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
This child's awesome.
Maybe.
Hell yeah.
It's the hat Dick Mullen wears all the
Bulk.
time. He'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now. Before Mum notices.
Let's hear that.
This is hard.
It's not like we're going anywhere.
I'm gonna put that hat on right fucking now.
I give you +1 to
Encyclopedia.
encyclopedia.
Oh my god, I love it. It's so
Your
stupid.
guy looks like such a fucking chav.
Oh, hold on. What does he look? Okay, with those gloves, he actually looks a little bit more respectable.
Yeah, but put back on those. They're more useful.
With these ones, he looks
They're more
he looks like the Pyro's dad from
He
TF2.
looks like a diddler. He does diddling in his spare time.
Micky.
Look, he's got the diddling gloves on. And the diddling hat.
Hi, Ace Detective.
All
Are you
right,
here for more books?
here we go. I can't cheese it because Micky said no cheesing.
Failure is a part of life.
Fuck you. I just want to see the good things on my first try.
Because you know each
Oh,
other.
There you go.
She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Because you know each other, she's been... Hang on. So you know me. We've met before? 1 second. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't remember. Maybe there's a reason I forgot. Hang on. So you know me. We've met before.
You're gonna fucking black
I
out
used to
again if you
all the
keep
time.
doing this shit.
Before Mother told me to focus on my
When you keep
homework.
drudging up the fucking horrible memories of your past.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Apologising to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
Thanks, I'm trying. Thanks, I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
I love her. She's so
Party
awesome.
eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm
Yeah.
not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all.
Party
You know,
eyes?
like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
The drugs.
Yes. Okay, 6 minutes starting now. You don't have to be on time now, Matthew.
Hey, it's been a couple minutes. It's fine.
Yeah, you
The
can leave it
swiveling
early.
eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics? The girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Forget about this.
You haven't partaken in narcotics.
Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics?
Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
So, why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
She looks puzzled. I don't like this detective deduction game anymore. Thanks, I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Okay, bye. See you around in a...
Good bean.
Good bean. Very good bean.
Gosh, your guy was so fucked before we got control of him.
He was. What is this?
It's curtain.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
Excuse me, officer. The back room is strictly for employees only.
Shopkeeper, what's behind the curtains?
Nothing. Why aren't you browsing the books? Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? You ought to.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books.
She's trying to be a fucking witch. You don't have no snake tits, lady. Get out of here.
Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become.
Examine the strange cage-like trinket.
You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you.
What the fuck? What kind of fucking charm is that, dude? Alright.
This is a traditional Seminese ward, meant to provide protection against ill luck, bad dreams, curses, and other supernatural scourges.
Who are the Sesame?
Inhabitants of Ile de Fantôme, the Seminine Islands down south.
Yeah, she
Aside
does
from
say.
poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut before you.
Ignore the curtains for now. Maybe I can cause a distraction with the books.
Books. Activate your special detective
The
eyes.
plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
He's a witch!
Browsing through all the books with all
Burn
their
her at the
names
stake.
makes your head spin. None of these seem important or relevant. It's all just
See what you
vapid
can see.
egoism.
Wizard.
Suddenly, a particularly odd title catches your eye. It reads, High Speed Love, the tragic true love story of Jacob Irv and Alfie Delatraz, by one Cecilia Averbrook.
What is it about?
High Speed Love chronicles the romance between two of the finest tip-top tourney racers in history. One of them is the madcap driver, Jacob Irv. His blonde mane graces the cover. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star
I
called
remember when
the
last time
Anti-Star.
when you checked the
He's famous
that
for
sign
shooting
and
morphine
said
into
the
one
area
of
is
his
reserved
eyeballs
for fucking
and cocaine
union members.
into the other.
Yeah.
You know, they come back at like 6 o'clock? 6 p.m.?
Oh yeah, it's around that time.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Next to that, Rivasholian radio personality
Just look at
Guillaume
it, 6
Bevy
o'clock, and you should go
stands in front of a
check it out.
rundown drug den.
check it out.
He's a permanent fixture on Channel 8, reporting on real-life crime and ruining cops' days.
I really must insist you buy one of the books. Reading them is not for free. Do still browse, though, but not too long. I'm sorry, I did not mean to rush you. You are browsing. Go ahead. Take your time. Time is commerce.
Anything of note
I
on the
would
shelf?
say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
What is innocence?
Who or what is an innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Still need to pay your fucking rent.
Yeah, I need to pay a freaking $100.
You're gonna fucking go to sleep in the gutter tonight, aren't you?
I hope not. But there's, like...
I mean,
how the fuck
it's
am I
not 6
supposed
o'clock yet.
How the fuck am I supposed to make more money?
I don't know, look around. You found 10 whole dollars on the fucking side of the street, so...
I just need to find another crack den to steal $10 from.
Look around.
If I had a plastic
what's that
bag... Plastic bag?
Actually, literally a plastic bag. You need to equip the plastic bag in one of your hands to gather plastic bottles. Activate homelessness. Go.
Homeless powers begin.
Homeless powers activate.
Plastic.
Gather
Anything else down here?
Gather as many bottles as you physically can.
Oh, look.
Dollar.
Splatter of bullet holes line the wall. Huh. That's great.
Trash cans are your friend now.
Plastic. Last bomb. Kim, I need you to move, man. So I can grab all of these cans and bottles off the ground.
I really don't want to be homeless tonight.
Yeah, I can't be homeless tonight, man.
Very much.
Lonely Koran surveys the seas in different
Bird?
dudes. This is going to take so many plastic bombs.
Matthew's like, I think you literally just stole that homeless drunk's bag.
He'll never notice.
100% did.
He'll never notice. I need it more than he does.
This is good for you. We're doing good for you.
Hey, up here, Piggo.
Hey.
The streets will flow red once more. A great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The girl stares at a sailboat by the pier. Oh, she looks like she's on drugs.
The streets will not flow
Nah,
red
she's
with
just your
anything.
fucking
Who are you?
the big titty goth GF.
That too.
I'm Cindy the fucking
Look at her, she's
Skull.
got the puppy coat.
What
and
else do you want to know? Date of birth, blood type, the last time I was tested for Hep C.
everything.
Where do I begin? I just want to know your name, little lady. No need to get defensive.
I'm trying to be nice.
Don't start with your blood type. Let's start with your blood type and go from there. Hep? Yeah. When were you last tested? Oh. Oh, man. Ooh.
I know you want to do it, but should you do it?
Let's start with blood type and go from there.
Go where? Accosting a minor?
Listen to your partner, pigman. Keep your grubby hooves off little old ladies.
Despite her attitude, she puts the brush aside. You keep looking off to the side. Where are you looking? What are you doing to the wall? Do you know anything about the recent murder?
I ain't no snitch, pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of squealers in these parts.
Actually, there is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
Yeah, Kim, that is pretty true.
Yeah. A lot of people
You
seem to be
weren't
dragging
put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
I don't think we're gonna get much out of this lady. We should go back to collecting garbage so we have a place to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
Watch your back, ungulate.
Maybe
You've got
later.
eyes
Maybe
on
later,
you.
tiny child.
Yeah, maybe later. Maybe later. Oh, it's garbage. Give me all the garbage. I need it all.
Garbage, just as useful.
Oh, some more garbage in here. There is.
No, it's fucking drugs.
Oh, good.
Drugs.
Cool.
Drugs
Is
are
there
good.
some garbage here? Nope. Listen, I'm just here for garbage.
Jump in
You
the
want
water.
garbage?
Die for the garbage.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM.
She steps closer and holds out her hand over the rail. Joyce L. What does L say? What gave us away? Shake her hand.
I'm glad to see you here.
Her grip is tight and cold.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
Thank you.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you...
I mean, you
of his
have been
ultimate
fairly
competency.
competent so far. Your only downside is you've fucking thrown up everywhere.
Yeah. The white rectangles gave you away. A little bit, yeah.
I mean, that's literally the fucking symbol of the RCM.
Yeah.
I remember last night.
There's a trace of irony in his voice. Mischief, even. The lieutenant is hatching some scheme.
Ooh.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Tell me about Wild Pines. What do you do?
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking.
So, what do they do?
The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? Those are the shipping side of things. And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, centuries ago. The king is long gone, but several of the Indo-tribes remain.
Who are the other Indo-tribes? Who are in good company, it seems. How much money does Wild Pines have?
Don't forget, always talk to your brain. Your brain knows things.
Who are the other
Son-Baptiste, Elysium, an unknown entity known as Brightest Star.
We're in good company, it seems.
Why, thank you.
She does not register the real meaning of the remark. How much money does Wild Pines have?
Can you give me some?
I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
What exactly is a billion?
Wow.
It's a number, officer. A big one.
What is it made of?
It's made of 1,000 millions. A million is made of 1,000 thousands.
Money I owe is so much less than that.
I like how you're continuing the fucking thing of your guy doesn't understand what money is.
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary. But they are quite real for the 72,000 employees who depend on Wild Pines for their paychecks. A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving and growing, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It is a tremendous responsibility.
How do they get all these billions? Simple capitalism. Capitalism. And a monopoly.
Do the big communism.
Where does Wild Pines get all these
They
billions?
started as an exploration and cargo fleet conducting trade between the Samaran and Insulindian Isolas 250 years ago, when pine ships explored the South Seminese and charted Lomantang on behalf of the suzerain.
This is just the East India Trade Company.
Yes.
Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. Vessels pass through the great unrest to re-emerge with apricots in tow. The logic of the system is totalizing. It's taken everything from its employees to build it.
Probably helps to start with the royal monopoly.
Yeah, it really helps when you have some fucking emerald mines in Africa.
Yeah.
You know
Elon.
more than you let on. Certainly it helped, but most of the original Indo tribes have failed or been absorbed. To survive, Wild Pines had to grow and adapt. No suzerain did
Anyone who
that.
thinks fucking Elon's a self-starting man is a fucking idiot. His parents owned fucking apartheid emerald mines. What the fuck are you talking about?
You know what, though? He did meme and make the 420 mobile.
He didn't make shit. He's not a scientist or an engineer.
He's just a money man.
I don't respect money, man.
What does such a huge system want with a place like this? That's all I need to know.
You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo?
8% of all cargo in the world? That's quite the endeavor indeed.
You don't do shit.
Workers do, the company is nothing without them. 8% of all cargo. That's quite an endeavor.
There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be
Okay,
accounted
brain.
for, lest the entire system break. Every hiccup in such a system means thousands lose their jobs, the world over. I'm here to assure that doesn't happen.
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
What can you tell me
Everything.
about this trade?
Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
Wait, what if I want to hear trade secrets?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Aliments that gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus.
Octopus, I will slay it! How do I repel it? Wouldn't want to disturb an octopus. Better let it be. How do I repel it?
Why? By throwing off half a century of foreign domination under the Coalition. Unfortunately for you, the Coalition also leases you the right to police West Revachol. But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
What is your role in this precisely?
I believe the official title is Senior Labour Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took place. Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates.
Oh, you mean
mean
Measurehead?
Measurehead?
That fucking asshole?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, Jean-Luc Measurehead.
She leans back and rolls her eyes. How were the talks going before the lynching?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
I'd say those are some pretty good fucking wins.
Yeah, those are some really good wins. Like, what else do they want? Do they want the whole fucking thing to themselves?
I mean, remember that guy you talked to who was like, we want the whole goddamn thing to ourselves? And the other guy who said we want the whole goddamn thing to ourselves?
Yeah, yeah.
And that third guy who also said we want that whole goddamn thing to ourselves.
Yeah, the thing that they don't actually own. Huh.
It's natural for a wolf to be hungry, Chance.
Yeah, union guys, I'm not on your side for this one. What happened to this, Gaumont?
Mr. Clare told him to... How did he put it?
She pauses to compose herself.
Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see.
That... Wait.
Cool. What's your brain thinking?
Yes.
I thought you were
Keep in
going to
mind,
go. Cool.
this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the union.
Is he actually a midget? Because if I recall correctly, there was a set of stunted footprints. And that would explain that for one of the 8 sets of footprints.
It's a possibility.
Assuming Leo wasn't
That's
there.
a possibility. Keep it in your brain.
Well, if I had to verbalize it... Alright, what are they doing?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Oh yes. Every worker, a member of the board.
I don't know what to think about that. Over-aggressive, commie posture. Seems like they have no idea about business. Yeah, over-aggressive commie
In
posturing.
its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
Does that even mean most of them probably don't know what that means? They don't.
Fortunately, they explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal.
Oh. How a Business Dies 101, ladies and gentlemen. Adding in the unique.
Ah, yes, direct democracy. That thing everyone in America wanted, and then they realized, wait, that's a terrible fucking idea.
Mm-hmm.
Representative democracy. Better.
Just make one Californian equal to one person in New England, and I'll be happy. Because then
California, with its higher, amount of people, will get more power. Yes.
that was the general consensus I was having.
Tyranny of the minority. Yes.
Yes, Matthew.
Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group.
That's pretty funny, I have to admit.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid.
That's pretty funny, I
They're
have to.
having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assume that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags, a disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
She's a block away, Kim.
I first heard it from the boier at the gates, the one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
Ah, yeah, that guy.
This checks out.
Scabs at the gate. Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrog, come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? If they were organized by Wild Pines or its affiliates, then it would be a company secret. I could not share it with you. Not right now, at least.
You see, that little tidbit at the end is what really, like... I didn't send them, but... Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
I think you're getting the picture. She's a fucking Pinkerton.
Love it.
It's implied she's open to discussing this matter with you at a later occasion.
I actually kind of like her.
No, she's a Pinkerton. Pinkerton bad.
What do you think of Everett?
Everett Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everett is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
That's Everett, alright.
He's the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
I like her too. No, Matthew, Pinkerton's bad.
Matthew, you and me, same boat.
Pinkerton bad.
She's the only person who hasn't said, go fuck yourself.
I mean, there was also the child.
And the child. Listen, out of...
And that one
there are only 4 people in this game who are nice. That's Kim, sexy lady, child, this lady. Everyone else is an asshole.
And yourself.
And, wait, no, there's 5, the driver.
Yeah.
Lori something about Lori Man!
Have you seen him?
I'd rather you tell me something else. No, I don't.
Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everett does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
Oh.
The Débardeurs Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say?
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, we are forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest, officer. The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everett and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is...
Giant leaf sucking the life out of Rivachol. Basically a socialist mob. For not always. A giant leech sucking the life out of Rivachol.
Nah, douchebag center. Douchebag centrist. Everyone's wrong. Douchebag center.
Which one is that? The bottom one?
Yes.
No!
I don't have an opinion. Everyone's bad.
Well, they've kind of turned the Union into a crime syndicate.
So they're a socialist mob.
Yeah. But I like the way this sounds more. It sounds more refined. It sounds like a tailored answer.
You are still hungover. You are not refined.
Indeed, and a hungry one. Sadly, Wild Pines have cooperated with what amounts to a crime syndicate for 2 decades. However much you feed the leech always hungers.
One more thing. You said something happened in the elections?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the Union. She disappeared.
Oh.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
Huh. Some kind of story.
Indeed. The company suspects foul play, but there's nothing they could do. It was a Union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Alright,
Of course.
topic.
How else can I help?
You're on a boat!
Why, yes I am.
Does she have a name? Do you have a license for the boat? Does she have a
The
name?
boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is.
The word "it" feels strange. Such a beautiful boat deserves a proper name.
Okay, but what kind of... What kind...
Name the boat.
How do you like it?
Name the boat.
Yeah, you can't... You do need...
Okay. How about Cordelati 19? Why? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordelati, and its hull is 19 paces long.
How about Dolores?
Why Dolores?
I don't know. It was pretty.
Well, it means nothing to me. I think I'll stick with the factory name. But thank you for the suggestion.
Okay, but what kind of boat? Now.
What is a boat? Remember,
Well,
brain
it's a sailing boat. I know that.
Remember, brain damage.
Okay.
It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 racing. Though these days I mainly use it for business.
How do you not name it, woman? You clearly like your boat white.
She's a Pinkerton. She has no love in her heart.
Anyone can have love in their heart.
Not Pinkertons.
My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips,
Well,
baby.
it is what I'm saying. They got.
It's the eel's hips, baby. What the fuck?
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Fuck you, Kim.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking at the
Yeah, maybe we should get back to the
assessing her.
investigation.
Not a lot of people on boats, are there?
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not?
Aren't you the one that want to, go do your job or find enough bottles to not be homeless tonight or
Damn you, Kim. Yeah.
She
use
nods
some fucking
attentively.
scabs or
Good.
something?
Okay. Yeah,
Of course, detective.
we'll end it there for now, and then we'll go and try and make some money, so I don't go fucking...
Yeah. Being not homeless please.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest end.
Nope, don't care.
Don't care. And there are all those bottles.
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
It's a white champ. Just do it.
You have no clue. It's just a wall. So many walls all over Martinez. Weather-worn, cracked, their paint peeling.
Money and some magnesium. Hey, there's that dumb shit child. Punch it.
Stupid shit.
Are you trying to sneak up on me? Come to slit my throat in my sleep?
Yes.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out.
Are you sleeping right now?
Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Well, yes. You little shit. Hope you fall off and break your neck. I don't like that child.
We don't like either of those childs.
I hate both of those children. I hope they both overdose on drugs. That's how much I dislike them.
Ah, yes, the orange bum hat.
The orange bum hat, you say?
Equip hat. Take the look in. Yeah. Homelessness.
Gives me more reaction speed.
Increase the homeless.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep with the rhetoric. Like
that is the basement door that fuck told you to open. Let's not do that yet. Fuck that guy.
I am a very busy man who needs to find buckles.
Who needs to not be homeless. Very important.
Extremely important. Oh, where are you guys?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a
I'm
big
trying
sandwich.
to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. Don't ask questions. Shoot first. Ask questions never. No, you got this. There's the ball. You're the game.
Act without hesitation.
Sure. I think my animation is in the wrong location.
You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
Feel
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck.
Feel ball.
It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity.
I
The
am
man ball
the
is
man.
ready.
Go, people.
Throw it in the fucking river.
Merde! Bordel de merde!
It wasn't mid. The shot was at least 23 meters, probably 24 and then some.
What the hell is your problem? I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game.
Oh,
It's so goddamn disrespectful.
wait, what?
You vandalized our game,
It was not
son.
shot put.
Can't flip a tonk with 5 bull?
Sorry, it was an honest mistake. Are we good?
No, we are not
We're
good,
good,
goddammit.
goddammit.
We want our bull
You
back.
fucked up our fucking
Take it easy,
ball.
René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm
No.
done, you orange slug. You owe us a goddamn bull.
Okay, I'll try to
Good.
fix it.
Mistakes are forgiven. when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us? Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops.
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything.
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little
What
present.
if you were playing bocce ball?
almost
Some
no
asshole
future.
walked up to it and threw it in the fucking river.
I'd be annoyed,
Yeah.
but it was funny.
Sleep on that bench up there. Sounds like it's done. Bench.
Oh,
It's trash.
garbage. Yes.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center.
Leave. No.
Did you get something new here before?
You see a set of tire tracks in a
You did
brown
not.
slab.
Flashing.
I don't know why it is flashing. It's weird. Oh, it's probably because of the bottles. This is still finishing. Okay.
Really love that endurance. Zoom. So good.
It's down this way. Bless you.
There are clothes inside.
Man, I so want to play this
Cheap
game with a
second-hand
full
clothes,
physical
smelling
instrument
of
type
strangers'
character.
body
Just like,
odors.
drugs. Here's the drugs.
Don't be
Who's got
shy.
drugs for?
These are premium class clothes. Good quality fabrics,
Chemistry.
best
All that
retro
stuff.
design. Save the economy with your style, officer.
How about some premium class service over here?
Leave me for now. I'm busy.
Trash! Trash!
Garbage! Yes! Give me your garbage! Let me be raccoon. I'm probably going to make jack shit. I'm probably gonna make like $5 off.
You just swirl your arms around like, become raccoon. Also, it's a good thing, like, if you don't talk to people or do those little interactions, it doesn't cost any
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything.
Pull the lever crank!
Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks against the contact pins. You hear a soft clunk. Then, nothing happens.
Push it harder!
Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind blowing in from the sea interrupts the silence of the situation. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Wasn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
A water lock, the waterway is cleared on Wednesday. Okay. This is wait.
It's probably locked. Oh. Electrochemistry.
Rug gloves.
Rug gloves. Great. Oh, I just went straight in. Okay. I hope it's a drug den, so I can kill some people and take their money.
With what gun?
Oh.
It's a tiny zone.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back.
Step away for now because I need to go find. I need to find more bottles because I have no money.
I mean, there was a little placard to the left of the door.
Oh, dude.
No, the left of the door that you went in to get inside that building. You should check what it has to say.
Roy's pawn shop, fast cash, or faster cash.
Money!
Ah, okay, cool.
Maybe there's money.
I'll talk to him after I get more Mickey.
Man, I really need to make money. Walks out of the pawn shop.
Listen, I gotta look at all the trash.
Also, that's right there. That's the place where
Gotta walk around the room quick, see if there are any bottles on the ground. Oh, that's a coffee cup.
and then we could go pick up our room and just take all the bottles out of there. Grandma.
Go faster. Run, run.
Yeah, we've been around.
Alright, let's go get our bottles.
Go clean up our fucking room. Clean your room.
Clean the room.
Prepare your relationship with your dad. I'm the Red Skull.
Can I help you?
Goodbye. I just wanted to walk up to you to say fuck you.
Sup, loser?
Self-important dick bag. Hope that other lady, Sylvia, comes back. We're not doing drugs this game, Mickey.
Fuck you.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
I did it my way. This is where the magic happens. Say nothing, not stupid.
He takes a step toward the door, like he'd like to leave. The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
That's the bed.
The window stands broken.
I can't pick up this bottle for some reason.
That was a cutscene bottle. Remember, there's a lot of bottles inside the bathtub.
Oh. Kim, please don't come in here. Yeah, I can't click the bathtub.
Yes?
Oh, we gathered up some bottles.
Probably nowhere near enough to, you know, pay off my debt.
GameStop guy says $2. $2. Probably $2. Good $2.
Probably gonna have to sell every piece of clothing I found so far just to make ends meet.
Here, take my pants. Yeah, still.
No. He's super hungover. He had 3 bottles by himself.
He's pumped and on.
He literally ate the bottles like the Grinch. I need to go sell the bottles. This place. I'm just here to sell bottles. Would you like these bottles?
Would you like? Can I offer you an egg in this triangle?
Hello, lady. Please say that you will accept my bottles.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What's the magazine?
You mean this?
Two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Forget all about that. What's this fashion police feature? Point at the cover.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Point to yourself. I bet your hat would win the prize. Nah. So who's the most stylish there? Can't be anyone from here.
Benita. She's a model. Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
We are the
fucking Kim. Alright, let's proceed.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
I had a big stupid novelty check from that asshole.
I need to exchange this novelty check for cash.
Wow. I didn't know you worked for the union, sir.
Alright.
Anything else I can do for you? A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
She scrunches up her face into an expression of consummate adolescent skepticism.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Well, we know how long it's been there. She doesn't know him. He's an outside contractor. What do you think happened?
I don't know.
Stupid teenager.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Right, thank you for your help.
You have been no help.
Okay.
I have brain damage.
Where do I put the bottles?
Right there in the bottle.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
10
Your bottles
cents.
clunk into the machine,
found
and the money
23
appears
bottles.
with a satisfying jingle. You're a rich
I
man.
was right. $2. GameStop fan says $2.
Huh. Kinda fucked here, aren't I?
Oh, you're probably going to be honest.
Dude, what the fuck am I supposed to even do? I have no money.
I mean, you got a not small amount of money. You got like 30, 40 bucks.
I think I've got like 40.
You
Where do I even tell?
Close this out. Close this down there in the bottom right.
I have $41.
You got like 40 bucks.
$41. This is after
Here.
an entire day of trying to make money. Fuck.
Go digital pawn shop. Sell your pants.
Hey, pawn shop guy, can I sell a kidney to you?
Do you want my nice, stylish pants?
Running around the bag too.
Sexually homeless.
Okay, hey man.
chance.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Man turns and the counter turns slowly.
What can I do for you?
I think.
He does.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Shake your head. Shameful how insufficient police presence is in these parts. Now that the RCM is here, tell me, have you had any troubles lately?
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
What do you think this guy is? Some fucking quest giver? What a
Who are
goddamn
your customers usually?
flashing.
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers,
Yes.
people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
What are your drug levels? You want to try that shit?
Well. Okay, we'll put on the drug gloves.
That is the only drug bonus you have currently.
Alright.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Great.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward.
Drug check
Lucky
pass.
bastard. He's
Can't
probably
pass a
on parole.
72% endurance,
It's tough
but
to
can
come by
definitely get
on
a
the street.
42% drugs.
So dumb.
Man, it's almost like that's how math works. It's all chance.
Alright.
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Is it just me, or is it really warm in here? Step closer. Sir, could you take your sunglasses off? I'd like to check your eyes. Is it just me, or is it really...
I try to keep the shop at a comfortable temperature.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Say, what's with that triangle, with the triangles on your vest? Just curious. Probably did loads before I lost my memory. Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants some of what you're having.
Hippie cop. Hippie communist cop.
Boy,
Hippie communist homeless cop.
BOIS clothing. Triangles on your jacket.
I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. You know, after the People's Pile disaster.
Oh, okay.
Had to take Perolidon for radiation sickness. That's what you were hinting at just now, wasn't it?
He's taken for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
The People's Pile, what's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
Huh.
Yeah. A bunch of fucking randos tried to build a nuclear reactor. A fucking fission reactor.
Huh. Yeah, you don't just make a nuclear reactor. That's not something you just do.
Especially when, like, most of the people.
Especially in a fucking city.
Yeah, usually keep those pretty far away.
Yeah. What the fuck, dude? Tell me more about the Emergency Relief Brigade you were a part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
Oh.
On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out.
Ooh. Roy's actually
There wasn't
really
much
good
the
guy.
volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Aw, Roy. Aw.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
What was the...
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
Well then. How do you end up running a bunch?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
He shrugs.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, he really has.
Honestly, this
You've
entire
got to get
game
in on
is
those
summed up
vortices,
as,
my man.
yeah, Blank has had a tough time.
Yeah.
Care to give me some of your drug?
No.
Care to share drug? Come on, Travis, trip the Gamma Dragon.
No.
Let me have a look.
I'd like to sell my clothes. I'll check my pockets. Access your pawn.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Well, we'll go ahead and pawn that.
No.
I want to. Okay, I'll do this one. This one's fine.
Some worthless postcard. Some other worthless postcard. Fucked up cassette case.
Well, it's not fucked up. It's just empty.
The monkey pen.
No.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. And especially that tie. It swallows photons around it. I have no need for necrotic objects.
Your mother is a necrotic object! I'm fun! Look at me sparking in the light of the projector!
Dude.
You forgot about fucking...
No, I remembered him.
Necktie Come on. Jump into the fucking plutonium pillories.
No, Micky.
I mean, ask him about, like, your gun and shit, at least.
Well, we already know that the Union guy has my gun.
Are you sure about that?
99%.
Hello, hello.
Here, I'll ask.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh.
The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another.
Wait,
Alert.
I sold you my gun?
You...
With Kim here too. That just sounded really, really bad.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
Photons is his word for vibes. Bad vibes.
Yeah. feel like there's something you're not telling me.
You weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight, and that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
I really should have killed myself. Maybe I still will one of these days. I'm so sorry you had to see me in that state. We don't have to talk about it any further.
Happens to the best.
Yeah.
What can you say to that?
The light swirls in his face and glasses. He doesn't know what to say either.
At least now I know how I lost my sidearm.
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante who wants to prove she can do our job better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit crime and blame the citizens' militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Any idea where I can find this fire?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Well, what did she look like?
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it.
He was
right
and
now.
probably and
You just
currently
have to
is
hope
high
Everett
on
wasn't
psychedelics.
lying, and the union can track
I
her
have
down
talked to these
anytime.
people before. I've dealt with them. They can describe what one person looks like,
Yes.
especially when one person is very adamant.
Yes, she had the ears of a rabbit and the face of a dragon. She kept speaking in tongues.
Yeah, that could be
He's a
useful.
high on fucking radiation peyote.
Calm down. He's fine. People from Union come here to track that.
Maybe. Shady-looking guys came in here yesterday, looking like they'd just taken off their Wild Pines overalls. They asked if I have a police weapon to sell. I told them I already sold it.
Oh, what if that basement person who bought the gun is in there, and if I unlock it, I get shot?
But also,
They went their way.
What
It
other
was a trip. But
femoids have you interacted
all
with?
sorts of people come here, asking for all sorts of things.
Maybe Claire really is
Very
tracking down your
obsessive
gun.
about your gun.
Well, I've interacted with the pretty lady.
Yes.
I've interacted with the,
Tiny bitch, terrible child. And you've interacted with that one other child. Remember the one who was all like painted red?
Of course.
I'm a weirdo.
No, I don't think so. Alright. I don't need to ask him about drugs, Mickey. I'm not doing drugs.
No, the investigation part is what I was.
What? Okay, here.
Hello, hello.
Might be able to
I
aid in our
doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have.
Well, in here, let's go with me being Mickey and Mickey being me. Oh, does he know anything about the recent hanging? I bet he fucking doesn't because he's high on drugs.
Yeah.
I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of butchery. Bad for business. Bad for everyone.
He's high on drugs.
He's on that fucking. He's on that mystical
Pawnbroker's
fucking
gaze is
radiation.
already fixed on the dancing
You should be
colors.
on.
Dude, he's like high on Quaaludes over here and functioning at a minimal level. If he wasn't on them, he would probably be dead.
Okay.
Alright, well, Tiny Child probably bought it. Gotham.
Go talk to Gotham.
Yeah, I gotta go talk to her, because this lady definitely didn't fucking buy me.
Kuno ass smooth.
No, they would have shot me.
Hey, you
Hello
buy my
again,
fucking gun.
officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
What are you doing to the wall? Keep looking off to the side. Where are you looking?
She turns her head to face the coast and nods disdainfully toward Joyce, performing maintenance on her boat. Hatred, disgust, it's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Ozon is an archipelago 2 days' travel away from Rivershore. Its moneyed residents, used to posh restaurants and upscale boutiques, rarely have reason to visit Martinez.
You mean Joyce?
On a first-name basis with her, are we? Piggy's moving up in the world.
Yeah, I don't like her either.
Yes.
Pig's not half as dumb as he looks.
She gives a stately nod of approval. Alright.
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So, you don't know what to write? Why are you committed to defacing the building? I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is hooliganism. Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
She's like, ugh. He approves of me? God.
See? Very sacrificial.
Huh.
I'll go punch that other small child and get your gun back.
Well, this...
You have my fucking
Trying
gun?
to sneak up on me again!
Well, no, this child definitely doesn't have it. He said it was a woman, not a child. He would have said it was a child. Here, we're gonna go into the bookstore, check here, and we're gonna go into the hub down here.
There's the whirling in rags.
How I've made $46, and that's it. Fuck.
You're gonna have to activate homelessness. Activate the homeless park.
Hello again, Steve.
Okay, here. You know what, Mickey? I'm going to do a quick save so I can just rip this
The
open.
curtains,
Okay?
tattered with age and covered in dust. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Sir, don't touch that. I told you it's off limits for the customers.
Hands are closed around her pendant, fingers nervously playing with the
Parapsychologically speaking, we're dumb if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
This is about the curse. That's why you're afraid. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get in there. But I sense the place calling for me. Must investigate beyond the threshold. I don't care, you can't stop me. I'll open them. Ma'am, this is different. I'm a police officer. I need to get it.
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there.
She stops abruptly as her hands fly over her mouth, baffled by her own bluntness.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
I don't care. You can't stop me. I'll open them.
Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
There is something mysterious about the curtains. Be careful. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang before you, as if taunting you.
Do you want to talk to her?
Hold on. I need to put on my interfacing gloves.
Okay.
Alright, now we'll go and talk with her real quick.
Interfacing is more of a
technological.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to
Why are you so uptight about
romance,
those curtains?
and biographies of... I already told you, it's just a storage room for employees. I don't understand why it's so important to you. Just let it go, officer. Go buy some goddamn books. You're supposed to be drawn to the books.
If it's just a storage room, then why is there a Sesame ward protecting it?
It's just for decoration.
She wavers under your gaze, mouth pressed into a tight-lipped smile, then something breaks.
Okay, fine. It's because this place is cursed. Just like Annette said, they don't call it the doomed commercial area for nothing. Are you happy now, officer? Happy that you've ruined everything?
Close her eyes and starts mumbling something.
Host of hosts, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the curtains.
This curse manifests itself.
The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation.
Shiver runs through the woman as she looks around the dimly lit.
It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin and bankruptcy.
She peers at the curtain.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Okay, I'm a little confused. What does that mean? Annette mentions that previous tenants have experienced some financial troubles. Wait, that's it. I was hoping for something more paranatural.
It's not just that, officer. We're dealing with something supernatural here. It's the cacodemons, feeding off bad business practices and disappointing income statements.
Cacodemons, just fucking call him Doom Guy.
There's something wrong with this building, I can tell you. Ever since I arrived, I've sensed an eerie, lingering presence, as if I was unwanted here.
Sounds familiar.
Huh. Feel unwanted too.
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't stay in the store too long. It may be dangerous.
Why didn't you tell me right away it's the curse?
It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail. The negativism, it's dangerous. Talking about the void wraiths angers them.
Wow. Void raves. You have new words.
Have you ever sought help from anyone?
Yes. I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of Simonese mediators. They provided me with the wards.
She nods to the strange cage-like trinket on
the wards help to keep the doom at bay and protect us against the darkness that lies further in the building. Even though now I fear, it's not enough.
Planar necklace. A pendant part of the wards as well?
This? No, it's a special Himian amulet, blessed by desert pygmy shamans, with a spell of compulsion. It's to compel people to buy books. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store.
So yes, Matthew was correct earlier. She
She
is a witch using magic.
She is a witch!
15%!
Oh my god.
Maybe it's time for a little side magic investigation. Investigate some magic wizardry going on.
Would you like me to take the case? I could investigate, see if the curse is real.
Most certainly not. I don't want anyone who's not familiar with the psychic arts to get involved in this mess. Stay away. Leave the spirits be, so they can return to their slumber.
Well, they're not going to.
Psychic arts? Sounds right down our alley.
the net.
You're the master of the psychic arts. Yeah, let's go for it.
Slither up to her, you silver-tongued fiend.
Yes, use your lying.
Show her what world-class perfidy looks like.
Wait, what do you mean? What if I don't want to lie? Ma'am, I came here to help. I've handled paranatural situations before.
Are you sure? Don't think I haven't seen charlatans before.
I sense the psychic emissions from afar, the sleepers beyond calling out. I've returned from the void. Para-detective from a long line of para-detectives.
You got the hat for it.
God damn it, which one do I do, though?
I don't know.
You gotta help me with this one,
No.
Micky. Yes.
No.
Yes.
I refuse. You didn't take the drugs.
Well, now I'm gonna roll a d20.
Odds or evens? Odds top, evens bottom.
Yep. Well, it's odd, so we're going with the top.
I'm not sure I can trust your claims. Honestly, you look like a bit of a drinker. I'm sorry for being so blunt, but...
The lieutenant keeps his usual stony calm. He silently picks out his notebook. Go ahead then, rock her world, he thinks. I'll compose some notes.
I'll admit, I've had my share of drinks, but only because the spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
You're just fucking with this lady hardcore.
Spectral realm is parapsychologically taxing.
Look, I've been dealing with a lot of fucking warp shit.
How
Give
do
me my
you
alcohol.
know all this?
Would have been one anyways.
Here we go.
Your wards brought me here in the first place. The sesame blood also runs through me.
I am the Void Revenant.
I have the powers to debad all the bad energies! Oh no! Your wards brought me here in the first place.
Travis, become the Void Revenant.
You're part Simonese. Oh, it means our meeting couldn't have been mere chance. The hand of fate guides
I have to bullshit her.
It does! Become the Void Revenant already!
No, it wouldn't have worked!
Become the Void Revenant.
I am not the only one at risk. I have to think of my daughter. You are certain you can help us? Keep us safe? I can't allow any collateral damage to hit
bring
us.
Kim in on your bullshit.
Just ask my partner Kim. He'll vouch for me. No problem whatsoever. Your family is safe. The phantoms are no match for me. I really want to bring Kim in on
Don't
this.
bring Kim
That'd
in.
be so funny.
Don't
just
bring
be like,
Kim on. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's okay.
I'm a wizard.
No problem whatsoever. Your family's safe. The phantoms are no match for me. But I'll get number 2.
If you promise, good officer, then you might be our last hope. Do you swear it?
A hand on your heart.
Thank you, sir.
On my honor.
There's one more thing I haven't told you about yet. The entity.
Do not act surprised. You know of these things, sire.
Oh, of course. The entity.
You have? The entity takes the form of a woman. A witch, probably. I've suspected that she must be connected to the curse ever since I first saw her. Did you know that she lives inside the chimney?
Yes. Play it up.
Yes. That chimney is part of the building's central furnace, and it's
Yes.
enormous. She has barricaded herself behind some metal security curtains. God knows what she's doing there.
You know, it'd be pretty amusing if there was an actual woman there who was practicing witchery and witchcraft, and she was the one who bought my gun.
Some unnatural magic, I assume.
Wonder what this is
You
gonna
should
lead
go
to,
find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. What is the source of this curse? Here's the key to the warded door behind the curtains. Take it. Oh, and Please do return to me after you've looked round. I'm quite anxious to know what she has to say about the curse. What you discover in there.
Unbelievable darkness and ruin.
Farewell.
I'm going to give you one. No?
Yeah, well, okay, so...
You open the curtains and then you can go back there now.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking.
I thought I had to go in through the side.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little Seminese wards. Your shadow looming over it like an omen.
Oh!
A small, terrified O escapes Ali's as she tries her best to look away, her round face buried in her hands.
It's the only little help I'm going to give you here.
Alright. Wow, I even did that with the glasses on.
The reduced drama glasses.
That is highly amusing.
If you have anything else that would increase your reaction speed,
no.
But you don't, so moving on. No. Yeah, flashlight back here would probably be useful.
And let's go to the car because...
Might need to crowbar some shit. It's an abandoned building. Crowbarry might be.
But useful. The loss of the increase of authority, empathy wouldn't hurt.
Well, I mean, you're not talking to anyone.
Yeah, but Inland Empire never hurts.
Yeah, being a little bit crazy is very helpful.
Yeah, I'll go with this one. We'll go ahead and rip this open. Don't need to worry about the map.
So
look, another thing. This is almost done. I'll keep that going for now. Yes, the flashlight. Gives the silhouettes of hair dryers. Vaguely androgynous portrait of man.
Hey, it's David Bowie.
Missing handle stands.
Yeah. It honestly does look a little bit like
dozens, if not hundreds, of Seminese trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked.
Just open the door.
After exerting some force, you manage to turn the key. It's eerily silent. The door slides slightly open, letting a draft of cold air into the room.
Open the door and enter. I won't make Kim go first. That would be rude.
Kim, I'm square. I'm scared.
It's cool to be square.
I'm square.
Oh, man.
Oh, Kim has something to say.
Ooh.
What is this place?
The Lieutenant stares at the dusty training equipment. It's the netherworld beyond the veil. Looks like a gym to me.
Yes, but no one's been here in ages.
Draws a strip of dusty floor with his foot.
I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Yes, it is.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a ray of streetlight falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. An eerie feeling rises in your chest.
What if there's a reason why no one's been here in ages? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious here. What if there's a reason?
Yes, because it's closed. No need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do. Now let's move on, shall we?
No imagination.
Don't worry, Kim. I have all the imagination.
Hey, look. Ball.
Oh, hey, we can give that to those guys.
Maybe you can fix your assholery.
A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar?
Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell.
You're right. The weight may fall off. Better not touch it then.
What kind of bad bastard would remove the collars. Should be a felony.
I mean, that is really unfucking safe.
It would be a violation of EPIS safety regulations if the gym was still operating, but it isn't. No one's supposed to come here anymore.
Is this familiar because I'm a weightlifter?
No.
Leave.
I'm gonna try and lift that thing.
Fuck no.
Yeah, you'd probably make your back explode.
Yeah. Smells like leather and sweat. Kinky. Hallway is blocked by old window panes and
There's a lot of window
Devers.
Devers.
Our names are Deborah.
Devers.
Woo! Look, we can give that to those guys in the.
Bird.
Oh, come on! They'd be so happy.
Yeah, no bird. Better than
Airship, rotary, covered in spiderwebs. They remained. Remind you of the place. Oh, and they have mannequins up here too. That's not freaky.
That mannequin's gonna be something.
Oh yes, $3.
Yes. Money.
A naked mannequin torso. Strange yellow color.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural.
I like it.
Some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins. You make out autumnal candle welkins casting wax-based magic.
Wax-based magic.
Translucent welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all those creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-welkin races will be purged. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men, all of them, purged. Imagine a world filled only with welkin, green welkin, dread welkin, and the high welkin to rule them all.
This is just Lord of the Rings, right? That's what I'm getting from this.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures.
Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Who offered these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many questions. One of them is a welcome supremacist. Well, this has been educational. One of them is a welcome supremacist.
Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too.
Who are these creatures? Who drew them? Are they real? I have so many
This looks
questions.
like concept art for a project. It's not really real.
Concept art. Why would anyone spend so much time on
Some
this?
people really like building a world, I think. Even if it's just for a game.
Yes, I like to do that.
Just look at those details. So much effort.
And for what? All gone. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees grown in under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm. Animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. You see primitive oil rigs built into glaciers, boreal dvorg, yurts under the snow, great mammoth-like beasts of burden. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world.
Oh, yes, morphine.
A pinned postcard
Same
reads,
thing, right?
The heat death scenario. A desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Wirral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe.
Oh, that's not good.
This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimi, and GPI span the marker-drawn grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. As time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board becomes an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, "See the prod schedule filament for details." Guillaume Lemillion.
Ah, yes. Guillaume Lemillion is done, finally.
Bad news. Guillaume Lemillion did not become a cop. In 38, he went on a tour to the Siniao province in Safre, where he died of autoerotic asphyxiation. His body was found hanging from a decorative dragon tree in his junior suite amid drug paraphernalia, unwholesome objects, and the Sylvia Trainer single, Wonderland, skipping in the background. And yes, you can take this as a metaphor for Revachol in the 30s, and also as a warning.
Inland Empire. The fucking walls are talking to me, man.
That shit would be pretty funny.
And now you have all your ideas filled up.
If only I could have more.
You need more experience points, but also I think you have an experience point.
I do.
Raise fucking... Well, actually, we should go check what the fucking corpse needs again. I think it's endurance, but I'm not 100% sure.
It is.
Your flashlight slides some of the writing. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out 3 slogans: call in, tune out, world untethered, and heat death of the universe.
How many times
the text reads?
Tried 3 fucking times.
This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
The radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
He sounds surprised and a bit cautious.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
I have some lasagna in the fridge downstairs if you'd like. Mother made it.
Nah.
What would you like instead? It's actually...
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Something's missing. There's no tape in the player. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected.
I'm leaving for Vegas on Sunday.
Alright.
So I still got shit to get in order.
Okay. Well, we can wrap up the stream in a little bit.
This is where the memory should go.
Let's make it at least 3 hours.
Okay. Or you can abandon me and I can continue it.
No. No, you don't get to play with that. I need to tell you to do more drugs and much more joking.
But that's not gonna happen.
Yeah! But you should do it. It probably goes in the computer. But, before that, let's go fucking deal with that corpse already.
Okay, fine. We'll go deal with the corpse.
Level up that endurance.
Oh, I'm not supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's a different direction. But I mean, if you're going in that way.
Back this way. Alright, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Gonna go get that corpse out of the goddamn
Or
tree.
Travis is gonna fail again.
I'm going to save Scummit because it's stupid.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
If it's 99% and it XCOM to me, I'm reloading it. I will fight you on this.
Fucking no.
Oh, look! That's the guy that I just had memory of.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow,
You
I
see,
really fall far from that tree. I fail it for a fourth fucking time, Mickey.
Well, I mean, you need to spend the low.
Oh, yes, I'm going to. I just need to get over to it. And make sure. Fuck you, Kuno. You're a fucking asshole and I hate you.
There he still is, looking right.
Endurance.
I mean, it's gonna be like 100% chance. The only way you can fuck this up is if you roll snake eyes.
Fucking big save.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white
You
eyes.
roll like a 1 and
The
a
body
2,
below
you'll fuck
is
up. But
entirely
that's like...
dedicated to that corpse smell.
Well, that was a
Written it is
19.
all
Let's see.
it does. As you breathe
There
in,
you go.
the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked.
Says
for a
yes,
pair
you
of
have
underpants
arrived.
And
yes,
boots.
the corpse
Skin
is
greenish,
still up
marbled
there.
with decaying
Yeah, it
veins,
says
and blotched by livid.
Approximately 8
fading
hours of
web
gameplay
tattoos
have not
covers
completed
his
the
chest
first
and
objective.
shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them.
I mean, those are some pretty cool boots.
Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, they're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
Sabaton.
Sabaton. Kind of
Ceramic plate.
Look,
Zirconium
says
dioxide.
we're trying to get him there.
This is where the make.
Travis threw up like 17 times because his character's a huge pussy. We had to we had to compress our shit into a literal black hole.
And he still threw up. On a 73%er. Like...
Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff. The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for this species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
Maybe he was just wearing these boots. No.
The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and synthetic.
Girl, what's out of place here?
Oh, yeah,
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils. As you push downward, an ominous creaking sound comes from above.
Stop!
He looks at you with the boot under your arm.
Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
Oh,
He's going to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
He's gonna pull his head off.
Do it.
Do what?
Pull his head off. There's no point performing an autopsy if you do. We'll have compromised the coroner's case.
Indeed, from this angle, it does look like the neck isn't going to take much more. Being dead for a week has all but liquefied his muscles.
What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot?
Straw.
It's advanced enemy technology. We're not detectives. There could be clues inside the boots. Look fancy. I never found them. I'm sorry, I didn't want to take them off. I just thought I should try. we not detectives? There could be clues inside the boots. Yeah, he might have like an identification.
Maybe we should concentrate
Yes,
on
the
what's
punchable
outside
child.
the boot and leave what's inside to the
should
boys
have
at
been
processing.
punched child
Just this
before.
once. Besides,
Yeah, it's the child that should have been punched in the face.
there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter in his body has been flowing down into the boots. They are fused to his feet now.
Oh.
Why do you think the locals haven't scavenged them yet?
You're sure
part from
there's a
Marvel's
way to peel them
the
off,
knives
but
to their
first
feet.
the body needs to be down. And second, it would probably be better if the lieutenant wasn't around. Alright then, you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected?
It's going to happen to the boots then.
Processing will take care of them. With the situation in the morgue, it will yield nothing. But we must pick our fights. Should we continue?
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials, like lignum vitae and ebony perhaps. If trees were made of porcelain, this is what their cross-sections would look like. The smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections, peaking on the right sabaton, where you notice. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination, E50, 100, 1000.
Looks like there's a serial number on the right side.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. Either station can chase it for us.
Alright. How could this man afford this expensive hardware?
That's for us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company. But that's just hearsay.
This looks pretty advanced for his security.
I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
I mean, honestly, we should try and get him down.
So how do
We should have a look at that belt before we even consider taking him down. It looks worrisome.
Alright.
The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch.
Oh yeah, and polyester lasts forever, so that... Jeez. What kind of rope is that?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town, and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Impossible to cut.
Tear apart. Cut might be too hard because it's just a fine edge.
Those things are usually like banded, like they're usually like banded with like a steel cord on like, the industrial ones, like they use to fucking tie down the operator's equipment. There's usually like this small, fine steel cables running through it as well.
Damn, I need a ladder so I can get up there and just uncinch it. Huh. Why'd you have to make that sound? Like in the harbor, I can't come up with anything other than the harbor. Like in a circus for transporting black-spotted giraffes?
No. More like in harbor. Like the one just east of here. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves.
I sure wanted to stay up there. Polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced.
Yeah,
See these lines?
That
This
was
is
me
where the
using
warriors
my
run.
fucking
I see rabbits for more than
trivia
20
skill.
Yep. I haven't run into any of the industrial strength ones. I'm usually dealing with just fabric ones.
Yeah.
This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
Yeah.
The brief suggested as much.
Goddamn
Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
Yeah. Your child. Brief suggests as much. I wanted to hang clown murder. I did too. That would have been fucking hilarious.
But it still might be a sexy murder.
No. Let's see. Briefing. No, they must have forgotten to brief me. My past has undergone a total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a briefing.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
Alright, thanks, Kim. How did they get him up?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Went to the buckle, train. Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory.
Yeah, it does. Alright.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's down.
Okay.
The cadaver slowly twists on an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak.
This map of the night sky, is this a microelectric system? Is this a national pattern?
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live harsh lives often turn to innocentic worship. But which one? I see no trace of a humanoid figure.
We're missing
I
something.
agree.
Wow, that was loud when he pulled open his zipper.
He wears a wide leather belt around his waist and a gun holster under his arm. He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Let the detective...
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera.
He produces two metal caps. I don't even know how to say that word. And clicks them into place.
Ampules.
Ampules. And clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shot.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
This camera corpse peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then...
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color.
Yeah.
Also says,
glossy
better
piece
to
of
get
paper,
flashbang.
rolling
Sadly.
out.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
In case we need it.
What do we need this? Cool machine?
Yes. It is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter. To us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it? I should look at the ladder without the corpse now. Save.
Here, a souvenir. Don't lose it.
Oh, thank you.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful
Yeah,
as
that's
the
just
chemical
getting
rainbow
jump scared by
on
the
the
video
photo
game
paper,
over and over.
teeming with opportunistic organisms.
Poor little baby.
His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
Tell me, who are you, dead man?
I'm gone.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where's that?
In the past. Way out west.
I can see you're gone, but who are you now? But who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Another question.
Go ahead, Kobo.
Were you feeling pleasure when you died?
Maybe I was getting my rocks off.
First, do you have to speak like that? What dialect is that anyways? So, you were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you?
Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you?
I don't know what that is!
Captain Copodromo, I fear we are drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go with a simpler question.
Captain Copotron.
He didn't choke himself. You know it.
I hate you. You're staying in your boring.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking.
It's the power of your...
Frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips.
Imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
Yeah, you're losing. Brain damage.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Coming right up, copperoonie Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Copo. It was love all along.
Is my name Ronnie?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
I do strike myself as Rooney. Rooney is not who I am. I'm Harry. Of course not. Rooney's not who I am. I'm Harry.
No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfucker. That's who you are. Rooney the motherfucker.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something?
Because you have.
Can you ask me a question?
And make corpse.
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face. Motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable. Unforeseen. Miraculous. Smile on the lips. Corpse appear to smile. Face rotates before you slowly.
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest, and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands, the cold spring air smoothing them over.
I hate you. You smell like poop.
And you stink, and you're poor.
Do I remind you of someone?
A baby affected with...
Don't look that up.
Yeah, you don't remind me of anyone. Deep secret.
No, not quite.
You are a
Be
baby.
fair now. You sure wrinkled out of that one, Coppolini. Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible. Also,
Yes, talk
see
to the dead
me
body.
in your dreams.
Fuck.
Literally, you have a skill that's, I'm a crazy person. And it's not that low.
I have something I need to know, corpse man.
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Come back later, Coppo.
Yep.
Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento.
The steel reinforced belt presents a
70
unique
XP.
challenge.
Yeah.
I brought chain cutters, but I don't see
That's
a good
most
angle
of
of
the
approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it. Climb up there and saw the branch? There has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees.
Maybe we can shoot him down. Maybe we can ask for help from the harbor.
I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
But what other options? The corpse
Solve all
twists
problems with
on the belt, like chicken on a skewer.
Probably.
Someone else?
Probably. Same.
You mean like the police?
You have a point there. I mean, someone who's below detective.
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down
Yeah, let's do
fast.
more liquidy.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Point to it there. Buckle holds the belt together. I don't know, just, shoot wherever, maybe point towards the branch. Just shoot the belt, the buckle will break it. Hit the point to it. There's a buckle.
Where? Ah, yes, I see. If the shot hits that, there might be a chance to release the belt.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Actually, let me try. Say nothing, let him choose.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Easy does it.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The chief's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself,
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Yes, the course mental worried.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance. It's bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't lose it.
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs. Kuno.
Take it, you fucking banana poika. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger. You've held this, a P9 armistice, before. At some point it probably used to be your choice of firearm. It still feels comfortable, like you never laid it down.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
That won't do anything. Close your left eye. You get a...
Your field of view narrows. The branch slowly moves, becoming entirely two-dimensional. The metal buckle glimmers, catching the evening light as the corpse slowly rotates. The slow movement of the branch in the wind
Travis,
and your shoulders directing the gun sink up.
I will not tell you
dancing
to
the
shoot a child. Okay? That's as far as I'll go.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
That's gonna make her.
Can I just shoot her in the face now?
No.
That's not gonna do anything.
That would probably make it worse.
Well, that just went straight into my pocket. 50-50.
Little under.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion.
What?
With your ears still ringing, you lower the weapon to see what happened. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage protrude from the skin. No blood.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry! I knew it! What a mulko!
You're sensitive.
I agree. Police work is overrated. It is trying and stressful. However, it is still our job to get the dead body down from the tree.
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot. It's your pig hands.
Pigs don't have hands. They're...
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
That's preposterous! What are you, a fucking earl?
We still need to get him down somehow. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
Want to be dangerous?
To ask the suspects for help with the victim's body? To be indebted to Everard Clare? Very much, yes. Which is why I would have preferred us to accomplish this feat ourselves. Clearly we can't.
Suck my dick, bitches!
Good job, we already found a way in.
Hooray for us.
Let's get it.
Okay.
Fucking god.
I say that makes it up the end of the stream too. Body is still stuck in the tree.
Yeah, it's still stuck in the fucking tree. Okay, we're gonna be calling it there.
I've got real life things I have to do, sadly. I'm quite sorry.
Yeah, apparently she has a massive dick. Who? Yeah, she said, suck my dick. I hate these children. Alright, so we're gonna be calling the stream there, guys. A little bit shorter,
it's shorter
than the last one.
but it's still like fucking 3 hours, 15 minutes.
Yeah, 3 hours, 15 minutes. And
It's
you
not
need to head out to go do some personal stuff, so.
I have a life. That's a lie.
Yeah, that is a pretty big lie. Alright, so we will be wrapping up here. Quick shout out, Sam, thanks for stopping by. Says, thank you for stopping by. And Matthew, thank you for stopping by, guys. I appreciate you stopping by the stream, and I hope you stop by again. For anybody who watches this in the future.
By the end of the next stream, the corpse will still be in the tree.
Most certainly.
A million years tree corpse.
Because for some reason, I can't roll the average fucking 7 on 2d6, but fucking, I guess I can roll a 6.
Remember how you kept saying last time how you fucking constantly roll super good all the time?
Mickey, I refer you to my 5 and 6. That was a failure, and I'm still salty about it.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Thank you for stopping by, and here's the end of the stream. Bye!
Goodbye.